Welcome to the Hollywood Secrets Information. In this video, we are diving deep into one of the strangest, most fascinating sides of Hollywood. The bizarre actors who left audiences scratching their heads, shocked their co-stars, and sometimes even redefined what it means to be a celebrity. These are not just actors with quirks. These are performers whose unusual lifestyles, strange habits, and sometimes downright shocking behaviors turn them into living legends or infamous figures. From unpredictable on-set antics to odd personal choices that made headlines, Hollywood has always had its fair share of bizarre stars. Some were adored, some were feared, and some were simply unforgettable. Stick around until the end, because some of the names will truly surprise you. 1. Marlon Brando, one of the greatest actors of all time, was also one of the most bizarre. By the 1970s, Brando had developed a reputation for eccentric behavior. He often refused to memorize lines, insisting they be written on cue cards hidden on set. On The Godfather, he stuffed his cheeks with cotton balls to create Don Corleone's signature mumble, a choice the director initially thought was insane. Brando also had unusual personal habits. He was known to wear dresses in private, owned dozens of exotic animals, and was infamous for practical jokes. In later years, his weight ballooned dramatically, and he often demanded bizarre conditions on film sets. Yet, his genius as an actor made people tolerate his eccentricities. 2. Crispin Glover, best known as George McFly in Back to the Future, is one of Hollywood's true oddballs. His interviews on late-night television became the stuff of legend. In 1987, during an appearance on David Letterman's show, Glover wore platform shoes and nearly kicked Letterman in the face, causing the host to walk off the stage. Outside of acting, Glover makes experimental films that are almost impossible to categorize. His performances often push boundaries of surrealism and discomfort. In Hollywood, he's remembered as an actor who never quite fit into the mainstream, but always left an impression. 3. Shia LaBeouf. He has gone from Disney Channel star to one of Hollywood's most bizarre performers. His eccentricity became clear when he began staging performance art stunts. In 2014, he wore a paper bag on his head at the Berlin Film Festival with the words, "I'm not famous anymore," scrawled on it. He also set up a live stream art project where people could sit silently across from him while he wore the same bag. LaBeouf once watched all of his own movies in a theater marathon, allowing fans to watch him as he reacted to his career in real time. His on-set antics, arrests, and unpredictable public appearances have made him a constant subject of fascination. 4. Klaus Kinski, German actor famous for his collaborations with director Werner Herzog, was both brilliant and terrifying. Known for his explosive temper, Kinski often engaged in screaming matches and violent outbursts on set. Herzog himself admitted that he once contemplated killing Kinski because of his behavior. Despite this, their partnership produced classics like Aguirre, The Wrath of God, and Nosferatu the Vampire. Kinski's unpredictability, however, made him infamous in Hollywood history. His eccentric interviews and erratic behavior cemented his reputation as one of the most bizarre actors to ever live. 5. Nicolas Cage. When we talk about bizarre actors, Nicolas Cage has to be at the very top of the list. Known for his cage rage acting style, Cage is famous for throwing himself into roles with such over-the-top intensity that it sometimes borders on madness. Cage once bought a dinosaur skull at an auction for $276,000, only to find out later it was stolen and had to return it to Mongolia. He has owned castles, a haunted mansion in New Orleans, and even a pyramid-shaped tomb in which he plans to be buried that on film sets. His methods can be equally strange. For Vampire's Kiss, Cage insisted on eating a live cockroach for realism. For Ghost Rider, he wore voodoo paint and Egyptian artifacts under his costume to get into character. He remains one of the most unpredictable and fascinating actors in Hollywood. 6. Joaquin Phoenix. He is often praised as one of the greatest actors of his generation, but he has also shown a bizarre side. In 2008, he announced he was retiring from acting to become a rapper. He appeared on talk shows with a scruffy beard, sunglasses, and strange behavior, Leaving audiences wondering if he had lost his mind. It turned out to be part of a long performance art piece, later revealed in the mockumentary, I'm Still Here. Phoenix blurred the lines between reality and performance so convincingly that even Hollywood insiders were fooled. His offbeat dedication to his roles, such as his terrifying transformation in Joker, shows he thrives on being unpredictable. 7. Dennis Hopper. He was both a Hollywood rebel and a true eccentric. During the 1960s and 1970s, Hopper became notorious for his drug-fueled lifestyle. On the set of Apocalypse Now, Hopper reportedly stayed high almost the entire time and refused to learn his lines, forcing director Francis Ford Coppola to film him in fragments. Outside of acting, Hopper was a talented painter and photographer, often immersing himself in the counterculture scene. His chaotic lifestyle made him one of the wildest, most bizarre figures in Hollywood. 8. Tilda Swinton. She is known for her otherworldly screen presence and equally unusual real-life persona. She once participated in an art installation at the Museum of Modern Art in New York, where she simply slept in a glass box while museum visitors watched her. Swinton also lived in a polyamorous household with her longtime partner and her children's father, openly embracing unconventional lifestyles. On screen, she often chooses roles that emphasize her androgyny and strangeness, making her one of the most unique and bizarre modern actors. 9. Daniel Day-Lewis. He is considered one of the greatest method actors in history, but his approach to acting often seemed bizarre. For My Left Foot, he stayed in character as a paralyzed man, even off camera, refusing to leave his wheelchair and insisting that crew members spoon-feed him. For Gangs of New York, he walked around in period clothing and carried real knives to remain authentic. On The Last of the Mohicans, he lived in the wilderness and hunted for food. His total immersion into roles sometimes baffled his co-stars, but also resulted in some of the most memorable performances in cinema history. 10. Christopher Walken. He is beloved for his strange, halting delivery, but he's also one of Hollywood's most bizarre personalities. Before acting, Walken worked briefly as a lion tamer in a circus. His eclectic hobbies include writing poetry and dancing, which often sneak into his film roles. Walken has played some of the strangest characters in Hollywood and has never shied away from embracing the bizarre. His unusual cadence and unpredictable presence make him unforgettable both on and off screen. 11. Andy Kaufman. Though primarily a comedian, Andy Kaufman's bizarre approach to performance art made him a Hollywood legend. He often blurred the lines between reality and fiction, leaving audiences confused about whether he was serious or joking. Kaufman once staged wrestling matches with women and maintained a long-running feud with wrestler Jerry Lawler, which many believed to be real. His strange personas, like the four-man Latka on Taxi, left audiences both amused and puzzled. Kaufman's bizarre genius continues to inspire comedians and actors today. 12. Gary Busey. He is infamous for his bizarre behavior and eccentric personality. After a near-fatal motorcycle accident in 1988, Busey began making increasingly strange public statements. He often speaks in cryptic phrases, inventing acronyms for ordinary words. His appearances on reality shows revealed his eccentric lifestyle and unpredictable temper. While he once had a promising career, today he's more remembered for his bizarre antics than his acting roles. Hollywood has always attracted big personalities, but these actors took eccentricity to another level. Whether through shocking method acting, strange personal habits, or outrageous public behavior, they carved out a reputation that ensured they would never be forgotten. Some of them are celebrated as geniuses, others are ridiculed as cautionary tales, but all of them prove one thing. In Hollywood, being bizarre might just be the ultimate path to immortality. So, which of these actors do you think is the most bizarre? Is it Nicolas Cage with his haunted mansions and dinosaur skulls? Or Shia LaBeouf with his paper bag performance art? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into Hollywood's most fascinating secrets. Thanks for watching.